Hey everyone, Carolina Venom here. Today I have 5 phones that I'm going to do 2 benchmark tests on. These are all Verizon Prepaid phones. We have the Motorola Moto G, the Samsung Galaxy S3, we have the LG Optimus SIII, the LG Optimus SIII, and the Samsung Galaxy Legend. These are not all my phones. This one here is these two here, the Samsungs are my parents' phones, and they let me use it for this test. And so the other 3 are mine, and I'm going to be doing a test right now to see what kind of speeds we're running. I'm going to give a little bit of detail about the phones. These 2 phones here are running quad-core processors, while these 3 here are running dual-core processors. And, you know, to be honest with you, of course there is going to be some speed difference between these 5 phones. And, you know, they all are good in their own way. But, of course, you know, I think this one's got a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core. This one's either got a 1.2 or 1.5 quad-core. I can't remember. I'm not really specific on the specs on the S3. This has got a 1.2 gigahertz dual core, and the rest of them have 1.2 gigahertz dual cores as well. But they're all 5 nice phones. Of course, you go from higher end to lower end and everything. So, you know. While that one's waiting to get done, we'll start here with the Moto G. The quadrant on this one here is running in at 8,847. So that's not a bad speed, pretty respectable. On the Galaxy S3, we are coming in at, wow, 4,748. Which is pretty bad. I've used other Galaxy S3s from Sprint that runs around 6,500, so I'm not really sure what the deal is there. On the SIII, connection failed because I have no Wi-Fi on. So I'll have to do this here again, unfortunately. Give me just a second. Should have checked all that out a minute ago, and I didn't. So we'll go over here to the Samsung while it's running again. This one here is coming in at 4,904. So this was actually coming in faster than the Samsung Galaxy S3. That's kind of a shocker and a surprise. I mean, I'm not really sure if they really cut back on some of the speeds on the Galaxy S3 prepaid for Verizon or what. But I do know that the Sprint version runs around 6,000 6,500, depending on, you know, of course it's always going to be a little bit different, but pretty low, especially whenever it's over here running near 9,000. And so, waiting for this here to get finished. Of course, the original SIII is the slowest. The SIII is coming in at 5,075. So far, the Moto was first. Second is the SIII. Third is the Galaxy Legend. And so far, fourth is the Galaxy S3. I'm kind of shocked on that. But anyway, and the SIII is coming in at 3,139. So it is the slowest of the bunch. But it is a good phone. It does have more lag than the rest of these phones, and it does freeze up more and stuff like that. So that's just one of them things. So we'll go ahead and get out of here, and we will run one more test. Alright, we're on and we're ready to roll. Let's see. You know, there is still several Verizon prepaid phones. I don't have, like, you know, they have the LG Optimus Zone 2, which I did have, but I returned. And they also have the iPhone 4 and 4S on the website. And I want to say there was one more, but I'm not quite sure. I think that may be it, other than these 5. And so, you know. These are all 5 decent phones. Of course, the highest phone here would be the Galaxy S3 at $269. I believe it has come down to $249, but to be honest with you, unless you just want a Samsung Galaxy S3, you can pay $69 on sale for a Moto G, and it's actually faster and runs smoother than the Galaxy S3. Don't know why, but it does. You know, even the SIII runs smoother than the Galaxy S3 on Verizon Prepaid. So I'm not really sure what the deal is there. I'm not really sure if it's just a problem or what. But every test I have ran on this phone here on the Galaxy S3 has been about the same speeds every single time. And so I'm not really sure if for prepaid purposes they just kind of slowed down the processor or what they done. But it's definitely not as fast as some of the other Galaxy S3s I have tested, like the one for Sprint. You know, it is faster, and it, you know, it puts out the same processor and everything. But I would definitely say that, you know, probably the slowest phone here would definitely be the original SIII, which is still a pretty high price phone, as well as the Legend. The Legend and the SIII are about the same price range, and of course at $269 for the Galaxy S3, you know, an average price of $99 for the Moto G. If you can find it on sale for, you know, $69, you're doing pretty good. The LG Optimus SIII you can get from around $59 to $79 depending on where you get it from. And like I said, the SIII is around $100, and as well as the Legend, which is around $90. So, you know, they're all close to the same price except for the Galaxy S3. And to be honest with you, with them kind of speeds, I mean, I couldn't see myself paying that much more money for a 4.8 inch screen versus a 4.5 inch screen. They're all 3G, and because of course Verizon don't have 4G LTE on their prepaid plans yet, even though I heard they're working on it, and hopefully it will come out soon. But as y'all know, with Verizon, anything that's going to be improved is going to be an improved price. So, or actually a more expensive price. So, you know, of course, get prepared for that. But, you know, most of them's done here, waiting on the slow SIII to get done. And instead of scrolling down on all of these, I'm just going to push the back button, and that way it'll show us all the speeds. Okay, so top leader here is the Moto G at 17,335. The Galaxy S3 is running around 14,208, while the LG SIII is 13,342, 9606 on the SIII, and 14,027 on the Legend. So here it would be, of course, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So pretty much, you know, different tests do show differences and everything. You know, where this came in fourth place on Quadrant, it came in second place on, you know, on the other benchmarks. So that's pretty much just showing you some of this different speeds, different models. Of course, the SIII being the slowest. It is a good phone still, and I still recommend it, even though it's not a high-end device by no means. It does a pretty good job for a basic use phone. I'm surprised that the Legend done as good as it did, but it did do pretty good. But of course, the Moto G is the fastest one right now on Verizon Wireless Prepaid network. So, that's what I would definitely go for, especially for the price point and everything. But, it's anybody's preferences. 4.5 inch display, 4.8 inch display, 4.5 and 4 and 4 inch. And they all have different screen resolutions, and some look better than the other ones and everything. So of course it's really whatever anybody wants. So I thought I'd make this little video here. Sorry it was so long. Sorry I had to do some restarting because of Wi-Fi not being turned on. But anyway, I'm finished. Y'all have a good one. Any questions, comments, ask me please. Subscribe to my channel. I sure would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and talk at you later.